I got a dope one for y'all today. Listen, we're going to go through 3 stocks that can potentially change your situation, right? 3 stocks that could potentially make you a lot more money than you started off with this week if you just adhere to this advice, okay? I'm going to show you specifically what you can do, right? Because this is not financial advice, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just somebody on the internet who's been applying these principles to the stock market and been lucky enough to make money, right? So I'm showing you guys what I do, but I'm not suggesting that you do it. Get it? All right. So before we go any further, like, subscribe, comment. It would really be helpful for more people to have this information so that more lives could be changed. So I appreciate you guys for that. Now, it's going to be, so we got 3 stocks, right? We got Palantir, we got Merck, and we have Shop, right? These are all stocks that are going in actually opposite direction. So we got 2 that are going down and 1 that's going up, right? And when I say that, I'm speaking from a weekly perspective, right? So the plays that I'm giving are things that could be used as swings, or they're stocks that you should just pay attention to for strong moves intra week, like inside of the week. Okay, so I'm not going to give you anything that's like, 2 months down the road unless I specifically say that that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm gonna jump into a few of these in just a second. But yeah, again, subscribe, y'all. Like we the train is moving, right? Started next to nothing, and we are approaching 1,000 subscribers and monetization. So like I'm really proud of how the channel has been going and how people have been showing up from the community. So all right, we got Palantir pulled up right here, and as you can see, I drew this little blue. It's supposed to be an arrow, but I'm just trying to show you guys that we got a identical setup, right? We got the reversal signal, and then we got what was supposed to be a day that it flushed, but it just couldn't get all the way down, and then it finally let itself fall on that 3rd day, right? So here we got the same thing. We got the reversal signal. Didn't quite get the confirmation candle of the lower low, but this could be signaling a flush, right? So what I would be looking for here is a couple of things, right? There's 2 ways you could play this, because the stock market is always giving you the runaround, right? It's always giving you something to make you think that what you're seeing is not what you're actually seeing. And you gotta be sharp. This is where experience comes in, okay? And rocking with me, you will understand the nuances of trading. It's not just learning trading and like, all right, I can just do this and it's nothing. It's almost like learning how to play basketball doesn't mean that you can go against professionals, right? You may have a layup, you may have a nice jump shot, but they have so many reps that they've seen nuances of the game that you have not seen. So there's nuances to trading that a new trader may not have seen, and I'm here to help you guys start to open your eyes to that, right? So right here, we could possibly come up and make a 3rd wick, right? Or the market could be deciding that it is indeed ready to continue in a bullish fashion. We got a lot of money flowing into crypto, so that can mean one of 2 things. It can mean that it's flowing out of the stock market, or it can mean that people are confident in financial instruments right now, so the stock market could be on its way up there as well. We've had reverse head and shoulders on a lot of stocks, which is a strong indication that some of those highs are going to be broken through. My theory is that ultimately the stock market will be falling down pretty heavy, but I think we may go into complete a bull cycle before doing that. So again, we got these tweezers, these double stops at a particular level and wicks off of that, and I believe that on the 3rd day it falls, it may be the 4th. Like tomorrow may start off with a little bit of momentum. It might be green when we wake up, and then it may fall exactly how it did on this day. So this is why I'm connecting it, right? This day it went up. See, it opened and then it went up, and people thought that this was going to be a green day, and then it wound up falling further than it could ever fall, right? So the same could happen right here. So keep your eyes out for that. To me, a true confirmation would just be a lower low. So if tomorrow we can get a close below this, and you guys don't want to take entry on Monday, then Tuesday, once we get a lower low, would be a better play. So a lower low, a really good lower low would be a close below the 21, close below the VWAP. But anything below this low right here is saying that the direction is changing to that of a downtrend, even if it's short term. All right. So that's Palantir. Definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. Again, on this one right here, we made 5x, right? 5x on our money. So a move like this, which was what? Let's see, 144. So yeah, it was about a $10 move, right? That was a 5x, and we didn't even catch the entire thing, right? We got out somewhere around here. So the entire thing was about a 10x move, just for your knowledge, right? All right, so that's Palantir. The next one is Merck, right? Ticker symbol MRK, Merck and Company. Okay, it's a healthcare company. Merck, as you all may remember me saying, it came and broke out of a falling wedge, but it didn't perform spectacularly, right? I'm in a play right now with Merck until September 19th, right? I have a swing until September 19th, and I'm already up about 30-40%. I got to go back and check the exact number, but somewhere in there. And that was because I entered right when it broke out. And, now it's about right here. And we've got some consolidation here. Like, we've been trading in a range. And I drew this right here because this was the swing high, of that, that downtrend, that wedge, right? So that's the initial target that I'm looking for it to break, to really take off, to get to what I would call target one, right? So if we can get a break of 86.16, that'd be a great time to enter if you're not already in. If you're already in, just hold on. Just hold on. Especially if you took the play that I called in the group till September 19th, right? We got plenty of time. This should be at least a 2x play, right? We should at least, double our money or maybe even 3x, right? We have until September 19th, again, up 40%, and it hasn't really made the move. So just imagine, what that's going to look like when it gets up to that first target of 96.55. And, for those who got longer plays, like those who were swinging leaps, you're in really good shape because it has the ability to get all the way back to where it came from, which is up here at 134, right? All the way where it fell from. All right, so this is definitely a great company, even outside of what I'm calling for the week, and those people that are holding until September, those people that have leaps. Like it's just a really good long-term stock to have. Whether you're holding equities or whether you're swinging it long-term. All right, now that's Merck. Last but not least, we got Shopify, right? We got Shopify. Okay, so we're gonna look at Shopify from two perspectives. So we're gonna start looking at it right here on the daily, right? As you can see immediately, like there's selling pressure, right? You got the wick, and then it closed bearish yesterday, or not yesterday, but Friday, and then we have this about $4 gap that it needs to fill to correct this imbalance. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna be looking at a break downward to see if it wants to start making this initial descent into this gap. Okay, when I look at it on the daily, it's looking bearish. When I flip to the weekly, it's looking even more bearish, right? Y'all remember what I told y'all? If y'all remember the time frames video I just dropped, it's really understanding that every time frame is to be treated differently, and every time frame is also important that you consider previous time frames, right? So the weekly is telling you like what's going on ultimately, right? The daily is telling you what's going on like in the short term, within the week or so. The 4 hour, the 1 hour is getting shorter and shorter, right? The 5 minute is just noise, is buzzing. It could be going up and down and still be going in the exact direction that the daily or the weekly is saying. So when you're trading in these time frames, you want to trade in a short period of time. Like you should be getting in and out if you're trading on the 5, in and out if you're trading on the 15. And if you're in the daily or the weekly, you can stay in a little bit longer. But what I'm seeing on the weekly for Shopify is this pattern, right? Y'all know when we have a hammer at the end of an up move, it means a reversal. And look what we got. We got the reversal and the confirmation because it has a lower low, just barely, but a lower low. So what I'm seeing is us spending the week just falling, right? It may be a green, a one day that's green, maybe two, but ultimately this is showing that Shopify wants to fall this week. So I would be looking for entries for that, right? So on the daily, for me, it's just simply a close below 21 and close below the VWAP. If you can get a close below here, about 103, 104, to me, that would show that it has enough momentum to start making its way into this gap. But we will have to see, right? Me giving you this play right now, I could only make the call once we are in the thick of the price action for the week. But from what it's looking like right now, it looks like it's ready to fall. Let's drop down to, let's say, like an hourly, right? Let's bring the time frame down a little bit more, right? So you see on the hourly, it looks like it's ready to go up, right? So this could absolutely be the case for the opening part of the market, right? But again, you got to honor the daily and you got to honor the weekly. So don't get caught up in it taking off or it opening up green. A lot of times, like when something opens up a certain color, right, we think that that's what it means for the day, when in fact, it's just finishing something, right? It's just finishing a pattern. It's just finishing a direction from a lower time frame, right? But when we're looking at it from the bigger time frame, the weekly, the daily, we see something totally different. All right, so definitely keep that in mind. Look, that's the 3 stocks that I got for the week. I know you guys are going to kill it. If you need help, you need a family to trade with, we got the best one on the internet, right? I'm not going to say the best. We just different. We have people that have left so many different groups and came to our groups, and they were like, you know what? I never had this type of experience where the people who were running the group were able to answer the questions in the way that I needed them for me to really understand this stuff. So if you're somebody who's been looking to make money on a consistent basis, right? We trade every day. This is not for quote experience. These are people that are, they have a little bit of knowledge of investing and they're learning daily as we trade, as they hear us and our reasoning for us getting in trades. We have people that are working jobs and trading at the job, right? On the lunch break or in the middle of them doing different things, right? We are in a time you gotta be creative and nimble. You gotta figure things out, right? You can't be so married to something that you can't start to expand your horizons in other areas. That's what they want you to do, right? If you just are just 100% committed to a job that is not 100% committed to you, they committed to you. They're gonna give you your check. They're gonna give you the things that you need to stay, but you will also easily be replaced if they felt the need to. So it's always important to just understand that, your job is something that you do, but it's something that is a means to an end. It's something that's supporting you to create the life that you desire, right? So you got to start now, right? Give yourself a raise. Go watch the video. Everything I'm saying intersects, right? Go watch the video. Give yourself a raise. Use these plays that I'm discussing on a Sunday to then start making additional money. It doesn't have to be a lot at a time, right? If you just start making $500 more a month, that's $500 more a month. We think about something like, oh, it's not really worth it, or it's like, well, $500 may not be a ton, but it's more than whatever you're currently doing. It's more. So what you could do is you could take that and just invest that. That more could just be going into that freedom pot so that you can start making bigger plays. You can start taking bigger risk, effectively being able to make more money and continue doing that over time. And then you'll find yourself like, oh, wow, like I'm actually doing something here on the side that's making more than what I'm giving my physical time to, what I'm giving my energy to, right? Consider it, right? It's Sunday. Study, like maximize your time. Like whatever you're trying to figure out. If you're watching this, it's because there's some gap. There's something that you're trying to fill, some void, right? Study, get in a group, lock in with us, lock in with people. And I promise you, it's going to pan out. There's no way that it can't. All right. It's always love over here. I'm out of here. I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace. Oh, if you got questions, just drop them in the comments.